So, we got some rude people in this world. Probably guys who don't open doors for women anymore. Does the days of men opening doors for women, does that even exist anymore? It probably does, but not much. But then there's people who don't say hi to you. You know, you just mind your business in a good mood. You figure it's the right thing to say hi because you don't want people to say hi back to you. But then come to find out they don't. And it's probably due to the fact that they're just not friendly, or they're not in a good mood, or they probably was raised to not say hi back by their parents, which I think is ridiculous. So anyways, there's this one little girl who lives 2 houses away from my house. She lives with her mom and dad or whatever. I usually see her outside playing with my other neighbor that lives right next door to me, her daughter. And, you know, they pretty much are friends. They always outside playing and whatnot. Apparently, the little girl, she doesn't talk to me or anybody else, except for, I'm guessing, you know, my next door neighbor's daughter, obviously, and probably her family. But she doesn't talk to anybody else. And it seems like their parents probably didn't raise her right to say hi to people, even if you don't personally know them like that. And I remember it was on Labor Day. I was coming back from my walk, and she was playing with my neighbor, Sierra. She was playing with her daughter. And so I noticed she was like right on a scooter, and she fell off the scooter. So I look at her and I asked her, "Are you okay?" She didn't say anything. She just got up, and then, you know, she dusted herself off and she picked up her scooter. Then I asked her again, "Are you okay?" And the entire time she's just looking at me for the most part. And then the last thing I said to her was, all you had to do was say was, "You're okay." And I just kept moving, walking back into the house. I'm like, who does that? I asked you if you were okay. I wanted to make sure you weren't hurt. All you had to do was say, "Yes, I'm okay, thank you." Like, what the hell? Can't stand when people don't respond back, especially little kids. That is unacceptable for little kids to not respond back. So apparently her parents didn't raise her right. I can't stand when parents don't raise their kids like that. Parents, make sure you raise your kids to say hi to people or just respond to people in general. Because you're not doing a good job if you don't raise your kids right. Come on, do better than that. You got to step up as parents. And I know it's probably going to be some parents who probably had their feelings rubbed the wrong way and probably think somebody's trying to tell them what to do. And, oh, how dare you question me as a parent? Who are you? Hey, I'm not trying to question you as a parent. I figure I say something because I need to give you your divided attention to let you know that your child doesn't say anything to me, especially when I say hi. So if you don't want me to confront you about it, how about you do your job as a parent that you're supposed to do and teach her to talk to people, learn how to talk to people. Okay? That's your job as a parent. So if you would do that, I wouldn't have to worry about telling you. This isn't me telling you what to do. And I wish parents would stop assuming that other parents are trying to tell other parents what to do. We're not telling you what to do. Bringing this to your attention that we like to be respected and we like, you know, your child to respond to us, especially when saying hi. So all we're asking is make sure you do your job so we won't have this situation again. And those parents need to stop being so butthurt thinking we're trying to tell them what to do. No, we're not. Just do your job as a parent and teach your kids to say hi and to talk to people. So it sounds like her parents didn't raise her to talk to people. I mean, it's not too late. I don't know how old the little girl is. I don't know. Maybe when she gets older, she might do better and talk to people more. You know, maybe when she gets like a preteen or whatever. But hopefully it'll be sooner than that. But then again, she might just be the same, and she'll probably grow up in her teenage years not talking to people because her parents didn't, you know, teach her how to talk to people and stuff. And then my next door neighbor again, Sierra's boyfriend. Now, usually sometimes at night, he'll come home really late, like maybe 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, maybe it's his working shift. And he got this loud ass engine that is so loud when he comes up into the driveway. I'm like, dude, do something about that. Do you realize it's late at night and people are trying to sleep? Or if they have to wind down and relax? Okay, and those people who are trying to sleep, they probably got to get up in the morning to go to work. But it's not just during the week. He'll even do it on the weekends sometimes. I'm like, what the heck? And then there's about dogs not being on a leash. Okay? So, again, my neighbor, Sierra, she has 2 dogs. And the one dog like really barks and yip, 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 yip a lot. And the dogs usually like will run towards people, even if walking the other direction or not even walking towards them. They just like to play. It's not them going to like bite or hurt anybody. And I would sense that sometimes. But I just don't like when dogs are randomly barking and running towards me for no reason. I'm not afraid of dogs. I just don't like the fact that I'm minding my own business, walking, going for a walk, and all of a sudden the dog is barking at me loud. That's the worst part of having your dog outside, is when you're in the house and they're not on a leash and the dog is just roaming wherever, barking at people and running after them. Now, I'm not assuming that all dogs would attack if they run after you, but you never know. Some dogs might actually do that. So just in case, should put their dogs on a leash, especially if you're not outside. You need to watch your dog at all costs if they're not on a leash. Then you're going to piss people off, especially if you're not outside to actually witness it. It's like you don't care. Care, damn it. Put your dog on a freaking leash. Can't stand when dogs are barking randomly, especially when they running after you for no reason. You just mind your own business, walking or whatever. Damn it, dog, stop doing that. You know, for those dogs that do that. I'm not saying all dogs are the same. Make you want to bark back. And then when you run it, you just hopefully maybe that you can grab like a stick and then throw it at the dog where you hit them and they'll run back to the house. You good, do that. Maybe that's what people should start doing so they can, you know, fight back and have some tough mentality to get back at them damn dogs. Oh man. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. See you later.